Hey guys, just wanted to offer an update on everything going on. I'm still battling it out at court with Sarah and Regina. Their cases have been joined. And so that means that Regina, a person I've never met, never had a conversation with, don't know this person, is going to be consolidated with Sarah, a person I have met and have a history with. Sarah sexually extorted me. So what that means is she said that she could destroy my life if she wanted to. And then later on in her own live stream, described her saying that she would only sign an agreement that she wouldn't lie about me if she got what she wanted and if we could, quote, do stuff, unquote. So if I did that to someone, people would call me the most horrendous names ever because that's horrendous. You can't threaten someone's entire life, like their entire, like if you build a huge monetizable base to where you're making like a good amount of money, like more than the average person, and somebody says, "Hey, I'm going to take that all away from you with a insane bullshit smear campaign," if you don't give this person what you want, like it's just crazy that the YouTube community allowed that to happen to a human being. Like it's wild that that was something that occurred because I'm cis white male. Like like you guys would you guys really let this happen to like a female ever? You would never let this happen to a female. You would never let a female get blackmailed into sleeping with someone and then take the side of the criminal. Like that's crazy. But because I'm a white cis male, like who else would you allow this to happen to? Anyway, so I lost my YouTube partnership. I lost my Patreon. I lost my, I don't care about you now, but I lost you now. Uh, PayPal, straight up PayPal was like, you know what you did when I called them up. And I'm like, I don't know what I did. What did I do? Tell me what I did. And they're like, you know. And I'm like, you're the worst service ever. Imagine banning someone and not telling them why. Because you know if you told them why, they would sue you. Like it's crazy. Anyway, so just an update on that. They completely reset the case entirely. The court case. They filed in early 2023 to, say the most horrendous things ever. Sarah's initial story, if you watch her original live stream, was that nothing happened. We're all kosher. She wanted things to be the way they were, and she was just really excited about it. And she was heartbroken that she got rejected because she had apologized after I described to her what she uh, was defined as. So I said, listen, Sarah, when you, and by the way, I'm making this video and talking to you guys because people who are like really shady and have something to hide, they typically don't like talking because they're afraid it'll be held against them. Hence why Sarah kept going, am I being recorded? To the police. She literally asked the police. It's on the police report. She asked the police if they were recording her because that's how paranoid she is. Who cares if the police record you? What do you have to hide? You know? Anyway, so they filed way back in 2023. Sarah described Regina's case as bullshit. We all know it's bullshit. And it's amazing that it's even allowed to exist, because like, why am I part of a case with a total stranger? Makes no sense. But they got merged together anyway. Sarah supposedly said at one point that when Sarah was a minor, Regina forced her tongue in Sarah's mouth. So they have that to sort out. And they're merged as one case. When I had that conversation with Sarah, when she called me, it was like early August at 6 a.m., about almost 7 a.m. And she wished cancer on me. She wished my face cancer would return. And she said that she hoped my genitals would be eaten off by cancer. That's your guys' hero. That's the person you guys think is a great human being. When she said that, she pretended the court case didn't exist. She she repeatedly acted like it didn't exist. And then she randomly switched personalities and then said, well, you're gonna lose or something like that. It's like, and for some reason, she's in this state where she thinks that me saying that she is a rapist is the same as me saying that she had physically forced herself on someone, because legal definitions are not the same as what we all as a society assume everything is. So when she apologized for raping me, 2 times she apologized back to back. When she apologized for that, she later on decided to, she stupidly admitted it happened. She admitted the apology happened, so points for me. But then she said she was sarcastic, and it was weird because it's like, who the fuck jokes about rape? Like in a serious context with someone, you know, like someone's accusing you of this and you're like, har, har, har. Like, let's just start cracking jokes. I had just told her I refused to sleep with her and I would not be ever sleeping with her ever in the future. And that it was done. She was over. She could go fuck herself, because I was sick of being sexually extorted by her. And I was sick of her threatening my entire livelihood. You know, like it fucking pissed me off. It was driving me crazy. And when I realized she didn't give a shit, like when I truly realized she didn't give a shit about my spouse, who I'm still married to, that was the needle that broke the camel's back. Like that and a number of other things, like her admitting that she was a coke user and that she had sold drugs illegally, and all these things were compiling up. I'm like, Jesus fuck, you're a piece of shit. Like at some point I'm just like, holy fuck, I can't let you around my family. You are a fucking horrible monster on top of everything else. Like, you make excuses for people and you try to keep them happy so they don't fall through on destroying your life. But at some point you're just like, what the fuck, dude? I cannot take this insanity anymore. So you fucking say, yeah, this is what you did. You sexually extorted me, which is synonymous with rape. You raped me. And then she goes, oh, I'm sorry. And she's repeatedly said that she was sorry for R-wording you guys. She said you guys. So like she said that twice, and then she storms off with her suitcase and is all acting like somber or like victimizing herself. Like, oh, I'm so like sad because I'm such a monster. Like that whole thing, like somehow, you know how monsters do it. They always like to like, oh, I just apologize for this thing, but I feel bad. So I should feel like everyone should feel bad for me because I just admitted to this thing. Anyway, so she comes back and she helps me build a chicken coop. And I am appreciative of her helping me build this chicken coop. But even so, I'm still pissed off at her because she's a terrible person in general. And she did all these things to us. Anyway, so I take her to the airport, and then she's begging me for forgiveness and crying and all this stuff. And then she goes home, and then I make a video about how I made out with a pot smoker once, and it was disgusting because she didn't brush her teeth, and it was just her tongue tastes like swamp. She assumed it was about her. She assumed I had made a video about her. And so then she goes on this whole BPD or whatever the hell it was, rants thing about how, you know, oh, she feels so betrayed or whatever. And I'm just like, that wasn't even about you, dude. But she didn't talk to me directly before she decided to go public. So she goes public and she describes herself sexually extorting people. And people are like, yeah, yeah. And then she describes herself being accused of rape and is laughing about how she's accused of rape and all these things. Anyway, so that's the person I've been dealing with in court since 2023, early 2023. I've lost over $20,000 fighting this legal battle, and it's pretty fucking insane when my spouse was physically raped by Sarah, and we were both sexually extorted, but my spouse was physically raped by Sarah, which is why, you know, when Sarah tweeted bragging, she said, I fucked Onision when his spouse was in New Mexico or whatever, like literally on Twitter bragging about not only being an attempted homewrecker, but also about, you know, the fact that she sexually extorted me and had fucked me or whatever, which she was so proud of, apparently. My spouse was in New Mexico because my spouse was a physical rape victim of Sarah, and didn't want to be around Sarah ever again. And guys, this is not new news. I've been telling you this since day one. Like, I've been telling you so many of these things since day one, and you guys are like, you're incompatible with anything that doesn't suck the dick of your narrative. Like, whatever hate you want to feel for someone, you only accept information that validates your view. And it's crazy because this chick went from saying that she wasn't a victim of anything, that she had sexually extorted people, that we were, fine, and she was whatever. And she even went to police and said that she had, been kosher with everything, and that nothing happened to any minors, that she was appropriate contact only, and that we had rejected her when she was a minor, yada yada yada. And then when she became an adult, even after she was an adult, there's text of her saying, even after I was an adult, you still rejected me when? Her complaining that she's being rejected even as an adult, and that she had been trying for years to get with us, but we still rejected her, yada yada. The evidence is so overwhelming against this crazy piece of shit, and y'all just didn't accept any of it. You rejected all of it, and it was wild that y'all did this. It was wild that you don't care about reality and that you're so willing to destroy innocent people's lives and be rape apologists above all of it. Because people used to say, oh, Onision, he doesn't agree with like this accusation against this random person or whatever, and so he's a rape apologist. And then you guys became rape apologists. Like, my spouse was physically raped by Sarah. We were both sexually extorted, which is synonymous with rape. And you guys were like, nah, because you pick and choose when you want to have values. Like when y'all thought I was like going extremely bald, or when y'all thought I had a tiny pecker or whatever, or maybe you still think I do. You're so happy to body shame people. You love body shaming people, but then you go around saying, oh, other people can't body shame. But you body shame all the time. You make fun of bald guys, fat guys, whatever. If they're a guy, if they're a white guy, cis white guy, then you just go, okay, let's just rip them apart because they're a cis white guy. Even though they have the highest suicide rate in the world, cis white guys, highest suicide rate, y'all are like, they can't be victims. It's so crazy how effed society is. Like, imagine being born into guilt. Like, you just have to feel bad because you were born your skin color and you were born your gender. You just immediately feel bad. You can't be a victim. You're cis white male. It's not possible. Anyway, so that's crazy. But yeah, that's the gist of it. We're still in court, and their lawyers are so insanely incompetent that they've had to revise their complaint. Yo, get this. The most recent time they did it, they filed their third amended complaint because they were failing to even be coherent, essentially, from my perspective and from apparently a judge's perspective, maybe. I don't know. But like, they're trying to pin this all on YouTube because Sarah wants like $5 million out of YouTube, allegedly. I don't even know if she's actually part of the lawsuit. But Sarah and Regina think they're entitled to $5 million from YouTube each, supposedly. Because I don't even fucking know who Regina is, and that makes her a victim somehow, I guess. And this is what's kind of funny is like, so their argument is Regina's like, she literally complains that my spouse refused to fly her up when she was a minor. She's like, she was saying that she was a homeless minor at 17 and that my spouse didn't even care. She's like complaining this while in the same fucking breath being like, he tried to do this to me. And it's like, bitch, what the fuck are you talking about? You were rejected. Like, you got rejected by my spouse who has a 3-year age gap with you, and I don't even fucking know you. And you have like a chatterbait now, or did, or whatever. You're like this creepy person. Like, my former lawyer, tracked you down to a sex club. Supposedly. I don't know. It's very confusing. But like, it's just very strange that this snooky looking person is like, yeah, this person totally digs me. And one of the craziest things of all is like, this chick, her intro to shit talking me is saying that the only reason she's alive is because she saw a video of mine in which I said don't kill yourself, and I was encouraging people not to kill themselves. And a lot of people don't like to admit this, but I've made a shit ton of videos helping a shit ton of people talking about anti-self-harm, anti-starvation, like don't starve yourself, eat healthy, yada, 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 back to back to back. But you guys, you take things out of context. You only, like, you cherry pick what you want to hear. And then you say, oh, this guy does this, this, and this. And you refuse to look at all the people that I've actually helped and done good things for. So you have fucking this Regina chick who's like, yeah, he saved my life because I made a video telling everybody not to fucking kill themselves. Like, it was just a public video. And I'm like, don't, there's reasons to live. And she's like, yeah, that really had an impact on me or whatever. And it's like, now you're fucking suing me, you crazy son of a bitch. Like, that's insane. That's fucking insane. And how does anyone recover from this? When you have a lawsuit that has heinous, disgusting, perverted ass Pizzagate, make me want to vomit shit on it, how do you recover from that? Like, how does your life ever get back to normal after these heinous, disgusting, criminal people do this? And you have Regina, who's like bragging about sharing horrific, allegedly horrific content with random strangers online, people who have nothing to do with me. And the person interviewing her is like, you realize that's a crime, what you're doing? And she's like, maybe, yeah, no problem. Like, and nobody cares. Nobody cares about any of this shit. It's all about what these talking head YouTubers tell you. It's like whatever the mass mind tells you guys to think, you think. And it's fucking crazy, bro. It's wild that that's how you guys function. You don't do research. Like, I was doing live streams a while back, and I was like, did you see the series of videos I released with all the evidence? And they're like, no. Then how can you form a fucking opinion? You don't know anything. I was there. I'm the one who literally, I can't say, I had anything to do with Regina, but with Sarah, because, obviously I didn't have anything to do with Regina. She's a fucking stranger to me, but like, I did reject Sarah. I cut Sarah out of my life. And if someone cut me out of my life and I started making claims about them after they cut me out of their life, you guys would say I was fucking crazy. No, but seriously, if someone had rejected me, would you guys believe anything I said about them? Be honest. If I had apologized for doing something to someone and I later on claimed it was sarcastic, would you believe me? If I had publicly advertised to being a criminal, to selling drugs illegally, and to doing cocaine, would you guys be cool with that? Probably not. You guys would probably want to destroy me more than you already did. You guys have this overwhelming bias where you see someone who you don't like, and you just take everything you can, even if it's not true, even if it's not even relevant, and you throw it at them to see what sticks. And you don't care about destroying lives. You don't care about their family. Like, you guys took my YouTube revenue, you took my Patreon revenue, you took YouNow revenue, you took so many platforms, you took my PayPal, all this stuff, which hurt my children, my innocent children. And then when my daughter got injured because she had pushed, it was a horrendous event. None of you checked on her. None of you even asked me. None of you, not a YouTuber, nobody said, hey, Onision, is she okay? Not a single fucking one of you. You know what you did do? You went and activated your AdSense, your Google AdSense, and you went on your fucking YouTube channels and you're like, hey guys, I don't know shit about what happened, but I'm going to go ahead and monetize this shit and get as much money from this horrific incident. And you guys don't even inquire as to whether or not she's okay today. Like, I literally was in a live stream and I had to literally command the person I was talking to ask me about whether or not she was okay. I had to order them to do it because I kept saying, you guys haven't asked me if my daughter's okay. You guys haven't even shown the slightest bit of fucking sympathy or empathy or anything for this fucking human being that you're virtue signaling that you care about. But you haven't inquired as to whether or not she's fucking okay. You guys don't give a shit about being good or what's right. You don't care about anything like that. What you care about is how much attention can I get for hating on someone? How many likes, how many followers, how many retweets, how many Google AdSense ad clicks, how many fucking monetized views can I get? You guys are the worst fucking human beings pretending to be good. It's wild. And no wonder you don't like me, because I call you out on your bullshit all the time. I don't like your bullshit. I don't want to swallow your bullshit. You guys are so in love with yourselves and you call everyone else narcissists. Anyway, so obviously this video is not going to get a lot of likes. It's not going to get a lot of approval because I actually was honest, unlike fucking every YouTuber pretty much ever. I told you guys the truth, and you guys like punishing people for telling you the truth and for being critical of your bullshit philosophy and your narratives where you like to make people black and white dehumanized monsters, and you like to make other people black and white damsels in distress. Like this horrible human being called me up at 6 a.m., wished cancer on me, my own cancer, to return. And she said she wanted my genitals to be destroyed from cancer. And you guys are like, yeah, this is fine. Yeah, we like this. Like, if I called someone up cackling like an evil witch or wizard, listen to her cackle. It's fucking crazy. But if I called someone up cackling like a psychopath, and telling someone it is impossible for them to be violated, rape apology again, and telling someone that they're a little bitch repeatedly. Again, this is like 6 a.m., late 6 a.m. Harassing this human being. Denying the existence of a lawsuit, then flipping and saying maybe or not. It's really difficult to keep up with pathological liars. It really fucking is. Because she changed her story repeatedly. She told police that we were good, we were kosher, we didn't do anything. Police concluded that we were innocent. She remember that fucking laptop she told you guys about and turned out there was nothing on it? Where did you guys hold her accountable? This chick said, oh, there's this laptop and there's terrible things on it. The FBI concluded there wasn't jack shit on it. And you guys were using this whole chain of command bullshit narrative, but the FBI still concluded there was nothing on it. And you know what she did? She not only put out her Venmo to collect money from you guys, but she also got shitloads of followers, shitloads of likes, acted like this was some kind of huge positive movement, pushed this whole deplatform campaign, because what do liars want? Do they want the people who are telling the truth about them to keep talking? No, they want to censor them. So they say deplatform. That's their excuse. Just like Trump wants to censor the media. He's like, well, the media is illegal and all this shit. It's what frauds do all the time. They want to censor. They literally will use hashtag deplatform to someone telling the truth. Anyway, so she does that, shared her Venmo, and then starts a fucking GoFundMe to replace a $250 laptop. It cost her $250 to get this laptop from my spouse, which turned out to have nothing on it. Congratulations, dumbasses. You got scammed again. But, like, she asked for $1,250 from you guys. So 5-time markup. And you idiots, you just gave her your money. She scammed you. She scammed you out of $1,250, and you're like, yep, I love this. And you know what she probably spent the money on? She's admitted in the past, allegedly, to snorting cocaine while waiting tables. So she probably spent it on cocaine. She's admitted to showing up to a guy's house and threatening to physically assault him in his front lawn or front of his house because he accused her of giving them STDs. She's admitted to repeat DUIs. Do you fucking hate people who do DUIs, who risk the lives of innocent people, children, etc. by running them over with a car? Well, she's admitted to doing that multiple times and getting away, sneaking away from the cops. Do you want to support a person like that? Because you guys have villainized me so bad when it's fucking like 2025. All this went down in 2019. Do you guys think for yourselves at all? You watch all these popular YouTubers who tell you what to think because that's what they know will get them likes and views. If they told you, hey, this guy's a human being and there's probably more to this story, you wouldn't watch their videos because you're fucking terrible people. You only care about tearing people down. You don't care about the full fucking story. You don't want to know the full context. You just want to know about some kind of made up villain and how they're the worst person ever and you're so fucking superior. Like, I made this video dressed as the Joker one time, and I was throwing candy corn at my girlfriend at the time who was dressed as Harley Quinn. It was candy. It was an obvious joke. It was me establishing that you guys will say I'm a monster for anything. And I was like, well, what is something that you wouldn't mind having thrown at you? And that's candy. You wouldn't mind candy thrown at you. So she's playing along which is why we uploaded the video with filters and everything as part of her channel. I'm throwing candy corn. She's going, ow, ow, don't, ow. And I'm like, no one will ever know how much I'm so abusive or whatever. So I'm dressed as the Joker. She's dressed as Harley Quinn. I'm throwing candy corn at her. And you guys are so fucking crazy that you remove the context entirely and you guys are like, see, this is evidence. I was dressed as the Joker. I was playing a character. And I have a clip right after that of her trying to make out with me dressed as the Joker. Laughing. She's literally laughing. She goes from fake crying to laughing and kissing. You guys are horrible people, and you, for a fact, like you went after me for hearsay. You went after me for, oh, there's 2 people saying. Originally it was like hundreds, allegedly, and then it went down to 30 or so, and then it went down to 12, and then it went down to fucking 2 people. How did you go from like 100 people to 2 people? And then one of the people I don't even fucking know. So all you have is one person. But you guys, you might say, oh, Shiloh this, Shiloh that. You need to research her background. She threatened to put a Bowie knife in someone's chest. She faked a whole pregnancy to get back with me. She cheated on me, got pregnant with someone else's baby, and then her baby supposedly died. Who knows why? There's so many fucked up things about that human being. Certified pathological liar. Anyway. So you guys don't want to do your research. You don't want to actually find out who's really bad or who's really good. You just watch some monetized shit. There's even this whole documentary that's complete and utter fraud. They made money off you. They made money off your subscriptions. They made money off your views. You guys donated to them because you guys are sheep being led to the slaughter and you fucking like it. Anyway, this has been gone on long enough, but I just want to let you guys know the update because no one's really updating you on shit, especially since like nobody's like probably shared my filings with you. I filed a lot. I filed motions for sanctions. I filed motions for dismissal. I filed motions for other things. I'm becoming a real, person that's used to doing these kinds of things because I'm forced to. But the court case has completely reset because they're so incompetent that they couldn't get it right the first or second time. And when they filed the third time, as I recalled their third amended complaint, they filed it 3 times in a row in a matter of a few hours because they kept fucking up their filing yet again. And they're trying to say that YouTube owes them $10 million collectively. As I understand, this is my perception. Everything in this video is my perception. But the problem is that they've established nothing that really actually establishes YouTube as a problem. They use Twitter screenshots that both Sarah and Regina said were jokes from my spouse. And they said that their main thing against me is just ridiculous as well. Like I'm looking at it and I'm just like rolling my fucking eyes because it's so overwhelmingly stupid and desperate. And that's the thing, like when I told Sarah that I have all the screenshots and all the witnesses, you notice the phone call ended pretty quick after that. When I reminded her, hey, you can live in whatever fantasy world you want, Sarah, but I have the witnesses, I have the screenshots, I have the police reports, I have the FBI results, I have your own comments working against you, you fucking crazy human being. Imagine changing your story and expecting to like be taken seriously. This is what, like literally you can see Sarah in her original live stream and I'm accusing her of being a rapist. Meanwhile, when people were asking her if I did anything, that she kept saying no. But then later on, she decided to change her story when money was on the line. She's like, oh, now I'm a victim. Now I'm traumatized because he's... This whole initial narrative isn't working. And you guys pressured her so hard. You guys literally like fucking did everything you could to make this person change their story. And she's so stupid and has zero integrity that she actually was willing to change her story for you guys. Meanwhile, you guys kept saying over and over, take accountability, take accountability, take accountability. And it's like, I've taken accountability for the things that actually happened. But you guys just will not take accountability for the fact that you pointed fingers at innocent people. It's amazing how much people like to say, someone else is bad while not realizing they themselves are just as human and do just as bad, if not worse, things. You guys pointed your fingers at innocent human beings and you said they were monsters. And you guys wonder why you haven't heard from my spouse. It's because my spouse was physically raped by Sarah and was diagnosed with PTSD. But you guys don't give a fuck about that. You don't give a fuck about the innocent, great human being, cool guy Kai or Laney-bot or whatever you want to call them. If you watch their old videos, they're an awesome human being. And you guys butchered an innocent human being. So, fuck all of you. But, I mean, ultimately, you guys will never take accountability for what you did to us. And I know that. Because narcissists and sociopaths and psychopaths and people who are just fucking insane and horrible and in love with themselves like you guys are, and who are obsessed with not doing research, not hearing both sides, but drawing conclusions anyway, people like you don't change. You're going to be horrible forever. You're going to have these stupid, fucking, ignorant opinions. And you're going to be judging and demonizing people and believing conspiracy theories and all your nonsense forever because you are broken people. And this is why, I keep my circle small these days. I literally don't let anyone in my life because I don't trust you human beings. You guys, human beings are the most dangerous predators on earth. You think I want to be fucking around you people? You scare the shit out of everyone with a rational mind because they know how fucking, look at all the genocidal maniacs. That was y'all. Y'all are human. You're capable of horrendous shit. You think I want to risk being around one of you, gambling on whether or not you're one of the rare or good ones? Anyway, this has been an update from Onision. Court case has completely started over because the lawyers are so incompetent they can't do their fucking jobs right the first time. So we started in Florida and Michigan, and then it got transferred to California for some fucking reason because they're obsessed with getting money out of YouTube. That's what this has all been about, is extorting and defrauding YouTube. And for some fucking reason, YouTube's lawyers are just fucking around. I don't know what they're doing, but the only hearing we had was them getting lectured for about 30 minutes, the lawyers, about how they don't seem to know how to do their jobs. And that's it. That's it. That's all that's come out of your guys' horrific, disgusting smear campaign, is the complete financial ruin of everything I was working on, making it incredibly difficult to provide for my own family, framing us, innocent people. Congratulations. Give yourselves a pat on the back. You guys are fucking pieces of shit. And you were wrong from day one. And if you would for once just play, this little game of trying to understand another person's perspective and seeing it from their view and actually looking into both sides of a story, maybe you wouldn't be such a shitty human being. But you guys just can't. You're not capable of that. So why bother, right? Can't fix stupid.